From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 14th, 2022. IDF troops came under fire overnight last night during counter-terror activities in Jenin in the West Bank. The Times of Israel said the operation was to arrest a wanted Hamas terrorist. During the operation, the IDF was cited saying that armed Palestinians hurled explosives and fired massive volleys of gunfire at the forces. The IDF tweeted that a number of armed suspects shot live fire and fired explosive devices at security forces in the area, and the forces responded with live fire. 2 armed and masked Palestinians were said to have been killed. One is a member of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, the other a Palestinian doctor who was also said to be taking part in the gun battle and reportedly also affiliated with a terror group. The IDF did make their arrest of, it tweeted, a Hamas operative residing in the Jenin camp, apprehended while carrying an M16 rifle in his possession, and saying that he is responsible for carrying out recent attacks against Israeli security forces and planned to carry out additional attacks. 2 other suspects were also arrested. And violence continued last night in East Jerusalem in the neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah, where Palestinians threw rocks at IDF forces, and reportedly Palestinian and Jewish Israeli residents were said to have also thrown rocks at each other. A Jewish Israeli teenager was moderately hurt after being hit in the head by a rock thrown by Palestinians. 5 people were arrested. Knesset member Itamar Ben-Gvir, who leads the extreme right-wing Otzma Yehudit party, showed up at the clashes and pulled out a gun when rocks were thrown by Palestinians towards him. He called to shoot the rock throwers, with Israeli forces urging him to step back. In remarks today and yesterday, Israel's Defense Minister Benny Gantz stressed that this was a complex security situation. He tweeted today, "We will continue to act powerfully and lay hands on anyone who tries to harm Israeli citizens and IDF soldiers." He wrote, "This weekend, I can assure you that the security system operates on the basis of these 3 values, with determination, responsibility, and leadership. Responsibility," Gantz said, "to act in a way that will eradicate terrorism and not fuel it. This responsibility," he wrote, "applies first of all to the leadership and the politicians from the entire political spectrum." Seemingly a response there to Ben-Gvir. In Algiers yesterday, the leaders of terror group Hamas and of the Fatah party signed a reconciliation agreement. The Palestinian factions have been at odds for over 15 years. The group's leaders agreed under the deal to hold elections by next October, although similar vows have been made in the past and have not come to fruition. The Times of Israel noted that the Algiers Declaration, as it is being called, was signed by Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh and leading member of the Fatah Central Committee, Azam al-Ahmad. Fatah is the party of the Palestinian Authority, but PA President Mahmoud Abbas was not present. Israel's President Isaac Herzog and First Lady Michal Herzog welcomed the public to their Sukkah in Jerusalem yesterday. Herzog tweeted from the president's residence, "Today we were privileged to continue the wonderful tradition of the president's tabernacle, Sukkah, to open our home and host the people of Israel," thanking the thousands who came out to visit and celebrate the holiday. And Sukkot concludes Sunday night with the start of Shemini Atzeret and Simchat Torah. And as always, we will have services for you here on JBS beginning Sunday night. Reform services from Central Synagogue at 6 and 9 p.m. Orthodox services from the Hampton Synagogue at 7:30 and 11 p.m. Then Monday, Central Synagogue services begin at 9:30 a.m. and at 12:30 p.m. Hampton Synagogue services at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday night at 7:30 and 11 p.m. Continuing on Tuesday as well. As always, please check our website for further information, jbstv.org. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, October the 14th. Live Shabbat services are coming up from Central Synagogue. At 6 o'clock, followed by Shabbat Services from the Hampton Synagogue. At 8:30, a concert with musician David Krakauer. At 9, the late Lord Jonathan Sacks and historian Simon Schama speak at the 92nd Street Y. At 10, it's the Jewish Story Explained. And at 10:30, a replay from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by a replay from Central. And coming up next, Rabbi Shlomo Riskin looks at the holiday of Sukkot. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 14th, 2022. I'm Teisha Bader. Stay healthy, stay well. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.